Hello, I am Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. And today I am going to show you my unconventional Afghan loom. So, it's basically like a scarf loom, rectangle loom, and I have combined it. So I have 3 different looms in one. Ta-da! So I have a pink loom, a green loom, and a blue loom. Now many of you guys know that I do like to do other crafts besides just sewing. You know, I'm like a Jill of all trades, or a Jack of all trades. Well, I'm a Pam of all trades. So I am working on doing a loom knit blanket Afghan. So I am loom knitting a Afghan, or you know, kind of like crochet, but not crochet, not knitting, but it's on a loom. So I have my ball of yarn here, and it is just a Bernat blanket yarn, and it is a number, I think it's a number 6. Yeah, it's a super bulky 6, 100% polyester, of course. And this one is, this color is called Autumn Leaves. And so I have this, and I just have it in my little yarn bag. And I got this yarn bag from like a yard sale, and it was just in one of the, like, he had it in a box. It was kind of like, he says, take what you want. And I saw this cute little yarn bag, and so I grabbed it, and it's got the little hole for the yarn. I need to make a couple of these, actually. I do. Alright, well, back to what I was talking about. I am working on a blanket. Now, I do not have an Afghan loom. I don't. I don't have one of those big, like, S-curve looms. I don't have one of those ones that expand out. I have, like, the smaller, like, rectangle looms that can be separated. So it's just to give you guys a clue that you can, you know, I don't know how it's going to turn out after I get done with it and take it off of the loom, because it does kind of offset a little bit of it, but I think it'll turn out okay. So, see this? So, I have a pink long one hooked up to a green long one. Well, that's not quite as long. And then I have the blue. So see, these ones, this one doesn't curve because of the way it works, because they usually snap together like that. And this one doesn't. So if I wanted to, I could probably always connect those together, but it doesn't quite work because of the little curve on that. But it works out fine doing it this way. Yeah, one of those ideas, right? So I'm just working on doing this, and I was telling my husband, I'm like, one of my goals this year is to loom knit a blanket. He's like, good luck with that. I'm like, thanks. And he was, you know, I guess he was a little skeptical, but it'll work out, I'm hoping. I only have a couple of rows done so far, And I guess I'm doing the garter stitch. I learned that I watched a YouTube video in different stitches. And so I found this one and decided to start it out. And then I have my little, I took a Sharpie marker and marked so that when after I get these rows done, then it'll leave like a little border around the edge to do the edge stitching along with, you know, and then the middle will be a different stitch. And I'm trying to decide what stitch I want to do. The one video I watched, she was doing just the E-wrap stitch in the center. I'm like, that's good and all, but I kind of want to do like a variety of stitches. Like do the garter stitch on the edges and then do a different, like, variety of different stitches in the center if I can. I've got to kind of think about it a little bit, because this is the first time trying to do a blanket on a loom. It's going to be interesting. Now, I did start one before, and I wasn't quite utilizing this peg here. So I had the peg, but I was just kind of skipping over it and just like connecting these two and skipping over this one. And I realized that it was leaving like just like a little void in the stitching, and I didn't really like that. And so I decided to change it up. And before, I didn't have these blue ones attached to it. And when I took it off of the loom to unpick it, because I decided I didn't like it so much, it measured about 50 inches wide. So without the blues on there, just the pink and the green on there, it measured 50 inches. So adding the blue on there is adding like maybe 8 inches extra. So it's going to be maybe 65 inches wide, I'm thinking. It depends on how well it works out, but it will be just over 60 inches wide when I'm done with it. And the best case would be if it was 70. And then I will make it as long as I can possibly get it with the 4 skeins of yarn that I have. And I have other blanket yarn. I just have the 4 skeins of this autumn leaves blanket yarn. So we will see how that turns out. So that's one of the projects that I am working on at the moment. I just thought I would share that with you, because I'm doing it kind of unconventional with having pieces combined together, because I didn't want to go out and buy the Afgan loom. I just don't. Yeah. But so I combined them together because I had these. Thank you guys all so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. Stay creative.